Tim, are you okay? It's okay if you're nervous. Take your time.
That was horrible timing. I'm so sorry. I didn't think my stomach would start hurting right as I was trying to walk into your house. I guess I have a weak stomach. Your parents would never let a guy who can't even tell talk about the marriage to marry their daughter. I'm so embarrassed.
It's totally fine. Where are you right now?
I'm with my doctor, getting checked out.
Really? I'll come over. Where is it at?
No, I'm fine, really. You haven't been able to visit your parents in a long time. You need to enjoy it. Don't worry about me. I'll come over later to meet your parents.
But I'm worried about you.
I'm sorry for all this. It's my fault for not being able to make the time to come over to see your parents up until today. Even though the proposal was months ago. And now I suddenly get a stomachache as I'm arriving at your door.
Don't worry. It's not your fault that your stomach is acting up, honey. My heart literally felt like it was about to burst in my chest when I went over to your parents' house to say hi for the first time too.
Thanks, babe. Could you please apologize to your parents for me? That I'm sorry for canceling on them last minute.
Don't worry about my parents. They aren't angry at all, just a bit worried.
I'll go visit and say hi on another day. Is that fine? Because after I get checked up right now, I'm staying at the hospital for some treatments. The guy who's treating me right now has always been my doctor, so he knows whenever something's off. And now he's saying that he wants me to get checked out just in case. So I think listening to him is the smartest thing to do right now.
Sure. I didn't know you had such a weak stomach though. Has it been always like that?
Yeah, as soon as I feel any type of pressure, my stomach starts acting up. So as soon as I pulled up to your house, my stomach started hurting like hell. I'm sorry for leaving without giving you any notice.
No, it's fine. Just tell me if you need anything, alright?
Yeah, thanks.
One thing real quick. You know how the initial plan was for you to meet my parents today, and then we went to go check out the wedding hall?
Yeah.
If you're not feeling so well, then do you want to cancel all of those plans just to be safe?
That might be a good idea. I'd feel bad to progress in planning the wedding without even seeing your parents and properly introducing myself. Are you fine with us rescheduling that plan?
Of course. I just hope you get better soon. I'll make some calls and reschedule the plans then, alright?
Thank you. I'm sure I'll be out of here soon. I'll give you a text whenever that happens, okay?
I'll be waiting. If you ever need someone to cook for you or run you on errands, then I'll seriously be happy to do anything, alright?
Yeah, thanks.
Get well soon. Hello, is this Ruthie's number? Yes, this is Ruthie. I'm sorry, who is this? Thank goodness. I thought you wouldn't reply. My name is Sarah. Does my name ring a bell? I'm sorry, I know a lot of Sarahs. What's your last name? Oh my, you're a very dull one, aren't you? My name is Sarah Jones. You know, the daughter of the CEO of the company that your fiancé works at, Jones Constructions. The daughter... Why would the daughter of the CEO know my number? I don't think I'm the type of person to be of any interest to someone like you. I got your number from Tim, your boyfriend. What? Why did Tim give you my number? Because I told him that I needed to get things straight with you. Oh, okay. Is there anything I could help you with? I'll be very straightforward with this. I need you to break up with Tim. What? Why would I break up with him? Being dull is cute, but being too dull is just annoying, honey. Make sure to fix that habit of yours, okay? I'm sorry. What do you mean you need me to break up with Tim? We've never fought before, and he's always been very kind and understanding towards me. I'm sure there's some type of misunderstanding here. We're happily engaged. But he didn't show up to introduce himself to your parents, correct? Why do you know that? Because he told me. How else? What did I say about being dull-minded? I heard from him that he wasn't able to come face to face with your parents. Yes, but we were about to reschedule it and give him another chance. But he's been avoiding deciding on a specific date for the past month, correct? Doesn't that tell you something about his enthusiasm towards the whole marriage thing? In fact, he told me face to face that he wasn't interested in getting married at all anymore. What? You're lying. Why would he bail on our marriage? I mean, I'm very confident that there have been innumerable hints about his reluctance towards this whole thing. The wedding itself has been pushed back since he asked for it, right? You need to be more observant, and you need to be a nice lady and not make him break the news to you. He has zero interest in marrying you, and he would like to break up with you as soon as possible. Oh, wait a minute. So you're saying that Tim said that with his own words? Yes, I heard him saying those things with his own words. In fact, I've heard him saying those things with my own ears because I've been seeing him every day lately. You've been seeing him every day? Yes, anytime I have the chance. I see him after work and on his days off. We go on very romantic dates and nurture our love for each other, you know? Nurture? Love? Does that mean he's cheating on me with you? But we're engaged. We're planning our wedding. Well, now you're almost unengaged. What kind of person cheats on a girl who they literally proposed to a few weeks ago? There's nothing wrong with his decision about this, because you're the one in the wrong. Me? Yes, you're wrong for being so poor, Ruthie. Poor? He said so himself, that you wear nice things and make it seem as if you have the money. But that's all just a facade, and you're really just a poor girl with nothing to offer. He would never. And I'm not poor. But your house is like a barn, isn't it? I live on the 12th floor of an apartment in the middle of the city. You know, my dad owns a construction company, so he just made a few calls for me. And boom, I have an amazing room at an amazing location. Now, I need him to become the next CEO after he marries into my family. So, could you please break up with him? Tim? The next CEO? Yes, and I'll support him as the elegant housewife. Ever since I was little, my father has always told me how he wanted a son who he could trust and treat like a partner. Then it would be quickest for me to just bring him a son, right? Please, just let me organize this whole situation. So, you're the daughter of the CEO of the company that Tim works at, and he spoke to you about my house looking like a barn and me being poor, and so he left me to be with you. So he cheated on me, correct? I'm glad you were able to understand something for once. But before you get mad at him, I want you to know that the one who gets cheated on is usually one with the problem, so just give up. I had him show me a picture of your house, by the way. I could almost smell the barn animals in there. When was it built? During the Renaissance? It was literally the building you'd imagine when someone says a building that a poor person would live in. I mean, it is old, but it's still a very, very valuable building. We get it. The memories and care given to something matters more than the material price. I don't need to hear that cliche line any more times. No matter what you say though, it's still an old building that's barely standing on its pillars. It's like it was fossilized or something. Fossilized? Whatever. So my point is that you're poor, and I can't trust you with the future of my beloved Timmy. But as soon as he marries me, he'll be able to become the CEO of the company he works at right now. So if you really care about him, then I suggest you break up with him so it's easier for the both of you. Understood? I understand. It's hard to think that the two of you started dating and settled on getting married in the past month. So I assume that Tim has been cheating on me for a while now, correct? Bingo! Wow, you really used your detective skills there. I'm glad you're not just a dull old lady. We have been officially dating for a little while now. I've been in love with him since the very first time I laid eyes on him. But all he would say was that he was taken. So I had to work very, very hard to earn him. And now, he's mine. So please leave. I'll have a personal talk with Tim and listen to what he says about this. Be my guest. Neither his thoughts or my feelings will change about this decision. So beg all you want. You'll never get him. Tim, I need to talk to you right now. The daughter of the CEO of your company just contacted me. She's saying that you have no intention of marrying me. Is this true?
Yep.
Really?
Yes, really. I've been trying to figure out how to break it to you for a while. You know, because I'm such a feminist. I don't like seeing girls cry, you know. Even if the girl is the one I'm breaking up with, I don't want to end the relationship on bad terms.
So you decided to hand my number to the girl that you were cheating on me with and made her break us up for you? Really?
Yes. I'm sure Sarah talked to you about this, but I want to break up with you. I can't get married to a person who doesn't have the same values as me.
Values? What do you mean by values?
It means I can't get married to a poor person. I don't want your parents begging me for money in the future.
Why would they ever do that?
I mean, the house explains everything pretty well, am I right? I didn't expect you to be the type to bluff about your financial situation, by the way. You almost got me with the way you would wrap yourself with luxurious clothes. But now I know that you're just one of those people who buy designer clothes whenever they're on sale and acts like they have a bunch of money.
Wait, so was the story about your stomach hurting and you going to the hospital to get checked up a total lie?
You tell me, honey. What do you think? Did you really expect me to walk into that building and meet your parents and tell them that I would marry their daughter? A guy like me? Marry a family like that? Please.
How could you?
Look, I'm just being very logical with such a big decision. I put you and Sarah on a balance in my mind. I weighed you two out to see who would be a better fit as my wife. Up until now, since I liked your face better than hers, I picked you. Sarah's really irresponsible with her spending because she's so rich, and you cover yourself with expensive things, so I thought you were just a bit shy of her financially. So I thought picking you was the better choice when thinking about my own future. But now that I know you're actually miserably poor, the dynamics have completely changed.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not poor?
You can lie all you want, but there's nothing that'll change my mind. I mean, I literally saw your house with my own eyes. What do you expect? Sarah even promised me that she'll make sure that I'll become the next CEO if I decide to marry her right now. I'm sorry, but breaking up with you is clearly the best decision I can make right now.
Aren't you ashamed to be that irresponsible? Did that proposal mean nothing to you?
No, not really. As I've said before, I'm a man of logical nature. I'm constantly making the choice that I feel has the highest possibility of paying off in the future, and that's exactly what I did. Rather than your semi-fossilized home, I found that I want to live in a luxurious apartment. That's all there is to it. No hard feelings.
Whatever. Just make sure you won't regret making this decision for the rest of your life.
Don't worry, I'm always conscious with my choices. I never go wrong.
I guess it was for the better that we haven't spoken about or made any payments for the wedding or lived together. Well then, Are you fine with breaking up and never seeing each other again?
Yep. Again, no hard feelings. Ruthie, please answer.
What do you want? I thought we agreed on never seeing each other again.
I mean, my number wasn't blocked. You've been waiting for me to text you, right?
Nope. I just forgot to do so.
You don't need to lie, but I get it. We all have our pride. Anyway, let me get straight to the point. If you want, I can get back together with you again. What do you say?
Are you trying to get back together with me because you saw that I bought a condo in Hawaii on social media?
No! No way. I'm not like that. It's just the never know you love her till you let her go type of thing. You know, I really just thought that you were the better person to be with after all.
You know, you really don't have to lie like that. It's true that I bought a condo in Hawaii, but I have no intention in getting back together with you.
Why not? Let's be logical here.
So you're trying to tell me that getting back together with a guy who cheated on me and dumped me right before our wedding is the most logical choice for me to make in this situation?
Look, there were a lot of things I didn't know about you until we broke up. Like the fact that you were rich enough to buy a condo in Hawaii. That's super respectable and cool, you know? Besides, I thought about what I said when we broke up, and I realized that just because your parents are poor doesn't mean that you are too. You have nice clothes and you live a nice life. So as long as we maintain a good distance from your parents, then there's really no issue in marrying you.
The condo in Hawaii was a present from my dad.
From your dad? Oh, what do you mean your dad?
My dad is way richer than me, by the way. I'm very confident that he's richer than the CEO of the company that you work at.
Whoa, let's not push it. I mean, you know that I saw the house that your dad lives in with my own eyes, right?
Yes, and it is true that the house is very, very old. Old enough to be named as National Heritage by the government.
National Heritage?
Yeah, it was a house owned by one of the first ever millionaires in America. But I guess that for everyone other than a historian is just a very old and musty house. It really is a bummer that your tiny little brain can process the value behind those wooden walls. But you can enjoy your polymer walls in your new apartment. So, good for you.
One of the first millionaires in the US?
Yes, the house has been owned by my family for generations. In fact, our household has expanded its ownership for houses and land in locations all over the world throughout those generations. My parents have condos in most resort areas of the world that you could name. That's the reason why they weren't able to find a good place in their schedule to meet you for so long. They travel all over the world throughout the year to find a good buying opportunities.
Wait a minute. So, you're like rich?
I mean, I don't even know how much money they make in a year, but there hasn't been a single incident in my life since I was a baby that money was a concern when making any type of decision. Oh yeah, my parents told me about how they bought a whole floor in a newly built apartment so they could use it as a condo. Sarah's parents are living there, right? On a 12th floor.
A whole floor? As a condo? But even the 12th floor is insanely rich people. So you're telling me that I let go of a girl that was multiple times richer than the girl that I left her for?
I don't agree with your standards, Tim. I don't agree with the way you measure the worth of women through how much money they have.
Yeah, you're totally right. As a matter of fact, I totally agree with the way you disagree with me. I disagree with me too. So do you want to get back together? I have a feeling this is gonna work out really well for the both of us this time. We can start over.
You really think so? Do you really think we could start over? After telling me about your disoriented views towards women and marriage, after you literally threw me away for another girl, do you really think I give a crap about you?
Look, I don't even want to be the next CEO of that company anymore. I just want to be with you. That's all I want out of my life.
You're such a hypocrite, it's hilarious. Even if you choose to marry Sarah, do you really think you could become the next CEO?
I don't see a reason that I can't. If I marry Sarah, I'll become the CEO and she'll become the wife of the CEO. Isn't that a win for both of us?
Haven't you been reading the newspaper? The construction company that you're talking about is going downhill right now. Big time.
What do you mean?
I guess they don't really tell the regular workers to avoid panic. I'm sure they'll personally notify their workers soon. Or maybe it'll be on the news tomorrow. This information has reached every ear in the real estate business by now, that a construction company that was secretly cheating on safety tests was caught and now being sued big time.
Sued?
Every single reliable real estate company has cut ties with your company by now. I told you multiple times that you should have left that place and found a new job while we were dating, but you never listened.
I feel like I might have heard you tell me that before.
Your company was getting away with all of its shady business because the victims alone couldn't sue a massive company by themselves. But earlier last year, a victim of unsafe construction finally took a stand for themselves. He gathered a bunch of victims who couldn't sue the company because they didn't have the money.
What?
Yeah, the word spread and the crowd expanded exponentially. All of those individual victims gathered together, and now they have a whole union against the company and all of the illegal constructions that it's done. They were able to hire a construction expert and a famous lawyer to fight the company in court. The trial is happening any moment.
Wait, so what happens if the company loses the trial?
If they receive an order to make a very big payment for the compensations, then I'm sure that they'll have to file for bankruptcy, meaning that the CEO is probably going to have to start thinking about letting go of his properties. For example, a luxurious apartment room on the 12th floor.
So if the trial happens and we lose, the company itself is going to be gone? So I won't be able to become the next CEO? And me and Sarah are going to be broke?
No idea, but yes, it's a possibility.
Then that's another reason for me to choose you over her. It isn't even a competition anymore. I choose you.
Quit treating us like Pokemon. Women aren't collectibles.
Oh yeah, I have a good idea. Your dad works in the retail industry, right? Well, I used to work in a construction company. I don't see a total difference in those two, so please hire me. Let's meet up right away. I need to say hi to your parents as soon as possible.
I see that you're on a roll here, but I'm sorry. But I have no intention in giving you a chance. My mother has already begun finding other wealthy families to start a matchmaking process for me. I'm already scheduled to meet an actual man by next week.
Matchmaking?
Yes. You know, I really did love you for who you were, but I guess that was all a lie. I'm sorry, but I don't even know who you really are anymore, so I'll never be able to fall in love with you ever again.
Don't be like that. Trust me, I'm the person that you loved. It's just that marriage was a really big thing for me, and I had to try and make the best choice for myself. You were the only one that I truly loved. Please, just give me a chance.
You've had your chance. I don't know if I'm the one who should be saying this, but you had the biggest chance to be well off for the rest of your life just by marrying me. But you threw it away because of the house I lived in. You made a choice, and you have to take responsibility for it.
But I didn't know.
That excuse only works up until elementary school. I'm sorry. I have to go choose some furniture for my condo in Hawaii. I hope life works out well for you.
Wait, Ruthie.
I'll be sure to block you properly this time. Goodbye. I blocked him, so I'm not sure about what happened to him. But the news about the trial was on TV. By the end of the day, we parted for good. The construction company was gone within a few weeks. My father told me that the room on the 12th floor of the apartment building that my parents were living in had become open. So I'm sure that all of the CEO's belongings had been confiscated. I'm not sure whether Tim and Sarah are still dating, but recently, I received a notice by a friend that he was posting a few words of loneliness on his social media account. So, I assume that he broke up with her and is now enjoying being single. I heard from Dad. Congrats on your marriage. You guys got the marriage license today, right? Thanks, Stacy. We just got back from the city hall. We're officially a family now. I baked a cake for today, so the three of us should eat it tonight. Huh? Why would I eat cake with you? I'll eat it in my room, so just bring it up. I'm not eating at the same table as a housemaid. What? You finally got a maid, huh? It took longer than expected. Stacy, when you say housemaid, are you referring to me? Who else would I be talking about? You married my dad, which means you are now my personal maid. I'm not a maid. I'm your new mother. We're gonna live together as a family. Why would you do something so hurtful and call me a housemaid? What's so hurtful about that? I have never considered you as a mother since the start. You're nothing but a housemaid in my eyes. Huh? Starting next year, I'll be focusing on getting into college. I really want to put all of my focus into studying, but if I was alone with just Dad, I would have had to focus on cleaning and stuff as well. Plus, getting a good tutor would be tough on Dad, so getting a maid who also has money really helps out. And so you're trying to say that I'm that person. You were really supportive of our marriage, but that was your end goal. Yes, exactly that. Thanks for marrying my dad so quickly and for becoming my personal maid. What? Oh, come on, don't be like that. Every mother is practically a housemaid in their family, so that's why you can just stay quiet and do your job as a maid. Just don't act like an actual mother with me. Remember, you're nothing more than just a housemaid. You're only here to take care of the house and give us money. Hey Ashley, there wasn't enough money for my tutoring fee, so I just took $500 from your wallet. Hang on, I gave you money for that last week. Oh, did you? Well then I guess I'll just keep this as my allowance for this month. I gave that to you as well. Give me that money back. And stop taking money from my wallet like that. Shut up! Jeez. I already used up my allowance, so it can't be helped. If you don't want me to take money from your wallet, then increase my allowance. I give you $200 a month. If that's not enough, then you really need to think about how you're spending your money. Huh? Are you trying to lecture me even though you're just a housemaid? Have you forgotten that I told you not to do that? Anyways, after my tutoring session, I'll be studying with some friends at a restaurant, okay? I'll probably be back at 10. As always, don't get in the bath until after I do. Hey now, why is it always I have to be the last one to bathe? I want to take a bath after I get home from work. Why would a maid be allowed to bathe first? Until Dad and I finish, you're not allowed. Stop this right now. When are you gonna acknowledge me as a family member? I've been so patient with thinking that you'd open your heart to me, but you've only gotten worse with your behavior towards me. I can't stand this for much longer. Ha! That's your fault. You were the one who decided to go through that turmoil for no reason. I have no intention of seeing you as anything other than a housemaid. How horrible. You should just hurry up and accept that you're nothing more than a housemaid. A housemaid shouldn't complain when they have money taken from their wallet. They should be last to bathe. And won't eat dinner at the same table as I do. You need to live the life of a maid and get used to it. I see. I really did try my best to get along with you. I see these 3 months were nothing to you. If you're not happy, then maybe you should just leave. You can get a divorce and leave this house. What? Ha! Just kidding. You could never do something like that. I mean, you finally got married, plus Dad is pretty good looking, so I guess you don't want to leave him. You couldn't get anybody else's attention, so you went for a man with a child already, right? You're kidding, right? Is that how you've thought of me this entire time? That's literally the only thought I have about you, besides being a housemaid. A hag like you would never want to get a divorce from a handsome man like my dad. So if that's the case, then stop complaining. Be a good housemaid for me, okay? Jackson, I'm at my limit with Stacy. Could you do something about her?
What's wrong, Ashley? Stacy is just a high schooler who's in a little rebellious stage. She'll warm up to you eventually.
I thought so as well, but I can't do this anymore. Plus, Stacy already told me herself that she has no thoughts about changing her behavior towards me.
Wait, really?
I don't think I can live together as a family. Recently, the idea of divorce has been frequenting my mind.
What?
So, could you try to do something about this situation with her? I won't make a fuss about being on friendly terms with her, but I want to live here normally and not be treated as a housemaid. So please, help out.
Even if you ask me to do something, I feel like I would just be making things worse if I intervened. I think it's best for you guys to sort this out.
Even though your wife is telling you that she's had enough, you still refuse to do anything? Even though it's getting to the point of divorce?
Then divorce me. We just got together, but whatever.
Huh?
I'll go get the divorce papers soon.
Hang on. You're just gonna accept that? You're okay with getting a divorce?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. If we get divorced, I'll just find another woman to marry.
Are you serious? You're not willing to help out a wife in need of help? You're just cruel for flat out agreeing to a divorce.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel like dealing with this stuff. A man should never stick his nose into a fight between women. Duh.
Fine. So that's how it is then. You could just pretend that I'm not being treated as a maid and help out when I'm in need. There's no point in staying together then.
Just make sure you have the property distribution done correctly, okay?
Uh-huh.
You make more money than I do on a yearly basis. Man, it's nice to marry a girl who works hard.
Wait, you only married me for money? That's what it sounds like to me.
Of course your personality was part of the reason, but the money was the bigger reason.
What?
Anyway, I'll go get the papers. I'll already have my name signed, so just sign yours when you really want to get a divorce.
Could you leave now? You're no longer needed in this house. Huh? I just saw Dad walking with a super pretty lady earlier. They were eating dinner together too. There's no way that's not a date. What did you just say? From afar, it kinda looked like Mom. I guess Dad really has a type, which is the complete opposite of you. How cruel. I thought it was suspicious that he easily agreed to getting a divorce. I see why now. He already had somebody else. What? You guys already talked about getting a divorce? That's so funny. Well, if that's the case, then hurry up and leave already. You're no longer needed here. You're almost done moving out yet, hag? I was just about to leave. Freedom at last. For a housemaid, you were pretty annoying to say the least. Gosh, it was hard to breathe with you around. In the end, you still called me a housemaid. Well, as your mother, I'll say this. Karma's gonna get you. What goes around must come back around, and you'll soon get your due. You're not even my mother and you're still trying to lecture me? Just shut up and get out of here.
Hey Ashley, what are you doing divorcing me all of a sudden? Why'd you leave?
Huh? You were the one who said I could, so I took your word for it and signed the papers. So go ahead. and enjoy your life with that woman who you were with earlier.
What?
Stacy told me everything already. You were happily enjoying your date with a really pretty lady. Not to mention, she looks kinda like your ex-wife. You only agreed to divorce me that easily because you have her, right?
Well, you see, what had happened is...
I'm so over both of you and your daughter. Enjoy your life with that lady.
That's impossible. She isn't someone who looks like my ex-wife. She is my ex-wife. She just rejected me.
Huh?
At first, I thought it was someone who looked like her as well. The cafe I've been going to recently has an employee who looks like my ex-wife, so I traded numbers with her and started texting every day. We went out on a date today, and that was when I realized that it was actually my ex.
Are you serious? You couldn't tell until the date? That's your ex-wife though.
She had a different hairstyle and wore a mask when she was working. I really couldn't tell it was her, even though she recognized me immediately.
What?
She apparently heard from someone that I got remarried and decided to accept going out with me on purpose. She called me out for still being a cheater. The worst date ever.
Wait, let me get this straight. You guys got a divorce because she cheated on you, right? Yet she called you out for being unfaithful? This isn't adding up at all.
I'm sorry. I was lying about that. It's actually the other way around. I was extremely unfaithful throughout my previous marriage. She got sick of it and left me.
What?
Stacy was on my side and coldly told her mother that she's being too dramatic over something like cheating. She caused my ex-wife to leave the both of us.
Wait, so you guys have been playing with me the entire time, hiding the real reason for your divorce and setting me up as the maid from the start? Even going as far to go for my money as well? You both are horrible people.
Please, Ashley, rethink the divorce. I'll be sure to tell Stacy to knock it off with the housemaid stuff.
Don't be ridiculous. Just because your potential next wife plan failed doesn't mean you should be acting like this. You divorce me but get my money. Get back together with your pretty ex-wife. All that went down the drain, it must stuck for you. Thanks for leaving so fast. Now, we just wait for my dad to marry that mom lookalike. I'm not worried though. Dad will easily get married again. He's way too handsome not to. Your handsome father just got rejected, so you guys are back to the life with just the two of you. Wait, he got rejected? Turns out that she was actually your mother, and your father didn't notice and got rejected. You're lying. I don't believe you. Ask your dad for more details about it. Our divorce got approved, so I'm no longer your mother. I never want to go near a father and their child who would hide the real reason they got divorced in the first place. Ugh, so you ended up finding out, huh? I'm not even mad at you both. I'm just so over it. Never show your faces ever again. Bye. Why would I? Dad will find another person easily. You can just leave your money and go. I'm expecting a lot of money from you. Huh? You got a divorce, so you're gonna have to pay for it. Even though you were just a housemaid, you were written as my mother, so of course, you're gonna have to pay for childcare. Dad told me that you have a lot of money despite your age, but thanks to property distribution, half of that is going to us. Like father, like daughter, huh? I have no need to pay for childcare and don't plan on paying much for property distribution either. My assets don't count within that marriage. Wait, really? I don't know if you're really smart or really dumb, honestly. You guys both don't know anything about that stuff, and yet try to play me like a con artist. What do you mean it's not covered? Even if you guys were married for a few months, that should count for something. That's just how it is. Assets before marriage don't count at all. property distribution only counts towards those few months I was married to your father as well. What? Plus, while we did get our marriage license, I never claimed you as my child, so I have no need to pay for childcare. That's all you get from me after this. So we won't get any money from the divorce? Yep, you're practically getting nothing. If anything, you're probably gonna have to leave that house as well. Uh-huh. We all moved to that house as a family, right? I paid for every single month of rent for that house, so your father is supposed to be paying me. Although, I think the price is a bit too high for him. I mean, the rent is $3,000 a month, which is impossible for a person who makes less than me to pay for. $3,000 a month? That house is that expensive? It's a really good area, which is an easy amount for someone like me to get paid $20,000 a year. I think your father is gonna struggle a bit on this one. Wait. You were making that much money? Yep. So for a hag like me, I have so much money saved. That can't be true. I heard you were making a decent amount, but not this much. You're practically rich. I'll be going back to living a peaceful, rich, and single life without rude daughters and unfaithful husbands. Hang on, Ashley. I have a feeling we're gonna be able to get along really well. Even if we aren't bound by blood, I think we really can be a family. Uh-huh. So come back, Ashley. Everything I was doing before was just me being rebellious, but that's all done now. I'll get along with you. Wow, you suck at acting. Well, even if it wasn't, you're too late anyways. Have fun with your dad. Goodbye. After not being able to afford rent, I heard that they moved to a rundown apartment. Jackson started looking for a wife again. But even for a good-looking man, having 2 strikes on a marriage is a bit suspicious. After not getting attention from anybody, he probably got really annoyed, leading him to be more aggravated towards Stacy. Apparently, they don't even eat dinner together anymore. Since being forced to handle all the chores, Stacy finally started to regret her previous actions. She sincerely apologized to me over text about everything, although I completely ignored it. Hopefully this will help her grow even more as a person. Hey, Patricia, I can't believe you betrayed me. Sherry? What are you talking about? You traitor! I was wrong for even thinking that we were actually friends. What are you talking about? Not coming clean after being busted is the worst thing you could do about the situation right now. Don't you see? Wait a minute. Why are you so mad? I can't do anything about the situation if all you do is call me a traitor and yell at me for whatever I did. What do you mean you don't know? You left me behind and made a boyfriend. Why haven't I heard an apology from you yet? You traitor! Boyfriend? Yes, boyfriend. You didn't have a boyfriend during our last high school reunion, did you? We even promised each other that we would both dedicate our lives to work, even if everyone else were to get married. You were the only reason I was still enjoying these reunions, but you left me behind. You betrayed me. Sherry, please calm down. That was like 2 years ago. Don't calm down me. 2 years is basically 10 seconds when you think about it. This is what I call a while ago. I don't know about that. This is all because you betrayed your own friend. I didn't think you'd stoop this low. Shame on you. Please, calm down. I mean it. I only started dating because I found a great person by chance. This has absolutely nothing to do with me trying to betray you. But you have a boyfriend right now, and I don't. You made this reality, Patricia. Now I'm the only one in our whole high school class who doesn't have a boyfriend yet. How dare you make a laughingstock out of me? No one is laughing at you, Sherry. You need to take a deep breath and see what you're saying right now. You're panicking. Shut up! No one could calm down after finding out that their only friend betrays them. Certainly not me. I'm not going to calm down until I get back at you. You wait and see. Fate will punish you for stabbing someone's back like this. You better be prepared.
Hey Patricia, how are you? Is the wedding coming together fine? I hope Alex isn't making you make all the decisions and stuff.
Hey, Kevin. Long time no see. Yeah, he's actually been very supportive towards the decision making about the wedding.
Thank goodness. Hey, I actually texted you right now for a different reason. May I ask you a question about something right now? If you're busy, I'm totally fine getting back to you later.
I have a minute to spare. What could that question be?
Well, I got a follow request on my Instagram account from someone who claims to be your friend. They sent a message to me that says, "Could you tell me what Patricia's boyfriend's number is?" So I just wanted to make sure that she's actually your friend.
My friend wants to reach my boyfriend personally? Why would they want to do that?
Apparently they were planning to surprise you on your birthday, so they wanted some help from Alex. She said that she wants to make him appear out of nowhere and surprise her or something. So I told her to give me a moment to look for the number, but I got a bad feeling for some reason, so I wanted to see if she actually was your friend.
How did she know you know Alex's number?
She says that she saw that I was going to the same university as you on my profile. So you should know what her boyfriend's number is, right? Is what she said.
Doesn't all of that sound pretty suspicious to you? My birthday was a month ago, so the next one is like a year from now. And as you know, I had a big party with you and Alex and all of my other friends.
That was so much fun. I really can't wait for next year. But yeah, that's exactly why I decided to contact you right now. Whatever this person's plotting, they're horrible at it. She said her name was Sherry. Do you know anyone with that name by chance?
Sherry? Oh no. What should I do? I know that girl. She's crazy.
Huh?
Yeah, we're not friends or acquaintances or anything. I just know her from high school.
Then why would she be wanting to reach out to you right now?
Well, it's complicated. And a lot has happened between us in the last week. And now we're in a fight. Well, not really a fight. She just hates my guts. She claimed that I wasn't her friend anymore, so she probably wouldn't hesitate to do anything to me right now. Could you please just not tell her how to reach me or Alex? I mean, I think you're feeling the same thing, but all I see is a bad future if you end up telling her.
Alright, I'll make up some excuse not to tell her.
I know I'm asking for a lot right now, but could you possibly let some other people know about Sherry? So that they won't tell her my number? I have a feeling that she's going around asking other people too.
You're probably right about that. Alright, I'll be sure to let all our mutual friends know about this whole thing. Don't worry. Thank God I decided to ask you about this whole thing before telling her.
Thank you so much, and I'm sorry for dragging you in such a messy situation.
Don't worry about it.
I finally found your boyfriend. It took a while, but now I can finally reach him. I win. Sherry, you've been going around asking all of my friends for Alex's number, haven't you? I've had tons of my friends contact me about some weird girl contact them about my boyfriend's number. I was just curious about what kind of guy he was, that's all. I mean, he was the man that was worth betraying before, so I figured that he was probably the most handsome guy around, so I wanted to take a peek for myself. And now you finally reached him, huh? I made sure to tell everyone not to tell you anything about him. Where on earth did you find that information? Don't underestimate me. I'm much more resilient than your average person. I searched from corner to corner on SNS, and I mean every single person who seemed like they could possibly be your boyfriend. Most of the guys wouldn't say anything to me, but I came down to one person on my own in the end. I have all the information I need now. Wait, so you have the contacts of my boyfriend now? Yep, it took me a while, but now that I know how to reach him, he's all mine. I DM'd him right away. And I'm sorry to tell you, but your boyfriend just bit right onto the bait that I set up for him. What? I guess I'm closer to his type. He's been bombarding me with messages like, "You're so adorable," and "When can I finally see you?" and all of that. Your boyfriend has a good taste in women. How dare you? I mean, the results could have been more predictable. The only reason I never had a boyfriend was because I decided not to spend my time for dating and spent more of my time for work. As you can see, I could make a boyfriend as soon as I tried. Wait a minute. Are you sure that account's my boyfriend? He doesn't have a single account on social media right now. So he was doing SNS without even telling you, huh? He was definitely waiting for some beautiful girl like me to reach out to him, so he could have some fun behind your back. He's probably bored of you already, looking for some newer and better girl. You're lying. He is not the type of person to do something like that to others. He's always been very loyal to me, and also his friends. You still think he loves you, huh? Well, I'm sorry, but he's all mine now. Seriously? I don't mean to brag, but he's looking very, very forward to leaving you to be with me. As proof, I'm about to go on a date with your little boyfriend later today. How does that make you feel? Are you jealous, Patricia? Date? Today? Yup, we're going to a sweet hotel by the beach. Why would he do that to me? Because he loves me more. Isn't it obvious? I mean, I suggested that we start off with dinner at a restaurant close by, but he wouldn't just listen, you know. So we ended up deciding to go to a sweet hotel by the beach. And that's today? Yup. Today's our first date, our first trip, and our first sleepover. By the way, we just arrived at the beach. We went to check in at the hotel earlier, but the room was absolutely fantastic. This is our first date, and he's already taking me to all of these nice places. Places that he would never take you in a million years. I guess guys don't really hesitate to spend any amount of money to earn the girl of their dreams. Hey, Sherry? Just asking to make sure, but you're really with my boyfriend right now, right? What kind of question is that? I mean, I guess that's what happens to a person when they just can't accept reality as it is. The reality of your own boyfriend throwing you away to take your best friend on a fancy trip. Sorry for being such an attractive girl, honey. You thought you could run away from me, but I caught up to you. Uh-huh. Sorry, but your boyfriend and me are having so much fun. I'm very confident that you're gonna be officially thrown away as soon as we get back, so try to mentally prepare for that, okay? Everyone I'm with right now is laughing their butts off at you right now. Huh? What do you mean? You don't have to be apologizing to me. Because you've done literally no damage to my life. What are you trying to say? What do you mean everyone's laughing their butts off? Who's everyone anyways? All of the people who are attending my wedding right now, Sherry. Everyone here to celebrate me and Alex getting married, including Alex, my husband. Everyone from me and my husband to all of our friends are laughing at you right now. Wedding? What do you mean wedding? The wedding between you and your boyfriend that I'm with right now? Let me ask you one more time. Who are you on that trip right now? Because my boyfriend, who you claim to be with right now, is standing right next to me in his amazing tuxedo at this moment. You're lying, because I'm with him right now. I'm on a trip with him near the beach. I told you. I'm telling the truth. It's not a lie. You can argue as much as you want, but I'm with the man himself right now, so there's no better evidence, don't you think? Maybe his twin. Yeah, he probably has a twin, doesn't he? And he sent his twin to take his place in a marriage while he himself comes on a trip with me. That's what happened. He's an only child, Sherry. What? Then who the hell is the guy next to me right now? If he's not your boyfriend, then who is he? Why are you asking me? He's right next to you, so you can ask him, who are you? Then you can have an answer right away. I can't ask him. How am I supposed to ask him when I can't speak any Chinese? I don't even know how to count in his language, for God's sake. Your boyfriend's Chinese, right? I mean, he looks like he has some type of European blood in him too, but he doesn't speak any English at all. He keeps talking to me in perfect Chinese, but I don't understand a thing, so we've been communicating in the few English words he knows. What? My boyfriend's completely American. What do you mean he's American? Wait, so you're on a trip with a Chinese guy whom you thought was my boyfriend, who actually turned out to be a complete stranger to all of us, correct? Tell everyone to stop laughing. His profile picture on social media just looks like your boyfriend. Anyone would have mistaken him for your boyfriend. If anything, it's just weird that your boyfriend isn't related to this guy in some way. They look literally identical. Whatever. Maybe it's my boyfriend's doppelganger or something. Anyways, how did you even manage to get to the point of going on a trip with him when you were never sure of who he was and couldn't even communicate properly with him? Because, I just translated all of his DMs with a translation app. And isn't that hard to figure out what he's trying to say with gestures and facial expressions and stuff? And he knows the words like cute and beautiful and stuff like that. Well, you have fun with that Chinese guy that looks identical to my husband, alright? The two of us will get going now, since we have a wedding to carry out. You're just going to leave me with this guy? Bye-bye. Let's both wish each other a fun day, you know? One that'll last us a lifetime.
Hey, Patricia. Thanks for inviting me to your wedding. It was the best one I've ever been to by far. I had an amazing day thanks to you two.
Yeah, the surprise we had at the beginning made it even better.
About that, I was finally able to find out about that whole thing. You know, the Chinese guy who apparently looked just like Alex. I think he's the study abroad student that came to our university pretty often.
Wait, really? So does that mean you and Alex actually knew him well?
You could say that. He was a really nice guy, and even our professors really liked him. So they'd often invite him over to our classes and stuff, and that's how we got to know him. And on top of that, he actually looks really, really similar to Alex. So yeah, that's the guy who Sherry was talking about.
Does the Chinese exchange student really look like Alex though? Because I still can't believe Sherry got him mixed up with the Chinese person.
To be completely honest with you, they look like they're identical twins or something.
Twins?
It's not just their faces. They're similar in height and their bone structures are identical too, so you probably couldn't tell which one's which just by seeing them from behind. So, back when we were in uni, me and Alex would style the Chinese guy's hair so it would look like him. We also gave him some clothes that were the same ones that Alex had one time. He seemed really happy about the clothes and hair.
And he looked identical to Alex during that occasion, huh?
Exactly. So I searched the exchange student's name up and looked at his profile. He made his profile picture the one that we took that day, where he had the same hair and clothes as Alex.
Wow. What a coincidence.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with Sherry taking him as Alex after all. And he was also visiting the US right now, so one miracle led to another, I guess. He works at a Chinese company right now, but they sent him over to an office located in the US.
So after all of those miracles, Sherry ended up going on a trip with that guy, thinking she was able to steal my boyfriend from me, huh? Dang. I guess the myth that three people who look identical to each other exist on this planet might be true.
I guess so. Well, that's what happened, so you have nothing to be concerned about, alright? Alex didn't face his doppelganger after all.
Thank you so much for everything. From dealing with her in the first place to finding out what this was all about. I don't know how I would have dealt with this situation without you. Patricia! Help! I need you to lend me some money. Like, right now. I don't care whether it's yours or your husband's. I just need some money. Please! This is an emergency. Please just answer. What do you need now? And don't use the word emergency so lightly. Well, you know how I came to the suite with the Chinese guy who I thought was your boyfriend? Well, I got him to clarify that he wasn't actually Alex after all. But I couldn't just leave because it was already late and I couldn't get a ticket to head back home. So I stayed at the hotel for the night with a lookalike. That's great. You know, maybe this could be a once-in-a-lifetime type of encounter. You two could be meant to be. Not so much. I just stayed for the night because there wasn't really any way for me to get back home. I didn't even want to stay with that guy, but I was asked to pay $15,000 during my checkout this morning. $15,000? Why on earth would you be charged with $15,000? Did you break something really valuable in a room or something? I would never do such a thing. All I did was stay the night at the hotel that the lookalike took me to. That's all. But it turns out that the room we stayed cost $15,000 a night. What kind of hotel costs $15,000 a night? Is it a 5-star hotel or what? That's like the same rates as hotels in Dubai or something. I don't fucking know. He made a reservation on his own without discussing anything with me. And I got a worker at the hotel who speaks Chinese to translate our conversation for me. Apparently, he's saying that I promised him that I would make the payment for him, and that I told him I can make any reservation I wanted to make during our call. He thinks that I said he doesn't have to worry about the payment because I have everything handled, and he keeps blaming me for everything. Oh my. But I didn't even say a single one of those phrases. We only discussed that we would go to the beach and stay at a hotel nearby. I mean, you said you were able to tell that he was trying to say, but looks like you were off by a few miles. Oh, shut up. So I've been trying to convince him for hours now, repeating the line, I never said I would pay for anything, over and over and over again. But he started to get really mad about this misunderstanding, and now the worker is sympathizing for him and the two of them are trying to get me to pay for the whole thing. And now they're threatening me to call the police if I don't make the payment immediately. I mean, the worker doesn't care a single bit about your misunderstanding behind saying yes to the payment. I probably wouldn't either if I was the worker. Patricia, what should I do? I don't have that kind of money. They're going to call the cops on me at any moment. I mean, you guys already stayed there for a night, so I don't think there's another way out. Just pay the money. I'm sure they'll let you walk over to the ATM to get some money. I don't have the money in my bank account either. I don't have the money, period. I've been going to some matchmaking parties lately. Some of my savings have been going low. I don't even have $10,000 right now. Oh no, that's a pity, huh? Yeah, that's why I'm kindly asking you to please lend me money. I'll pay you back no matter what. Please, you and your husband are both working, aren't you? Yes, we are, and we've been saving up so that we can have a child whenever we want. And I'm very sure that our cause is far more important than your $15,000 stay at the hotel that you can't afford, okay? So I'm not lending you a penny. Bye. Please. You know, I would have at least considered if you were simply nicer. What do you mean? I've been the kindest soul to you since the moment we met each other. Seriously? You didn't succeed, but you still tried to take my boyfriend away from me and onto an affair trip to a beachside resort. Who in their right mind would consider someone like that a nice person? Wait, I can't explain. Let's hear it then. Exactly. You were never my friend, but you're definitely not anyone I'd even want anything to do with anymore. You said that to me a few weeks ago, by the way. No, wait, please, I didn't mean what I said. We're not friends, and you're nothing to me. So please quit asking me for help, because you won't get it. I'll be blocking you from now on, so you won't hear from me ever again. Wait, look, I'll apologize for everything I've said or done to you. I'm sorry. I was just jealous of you finding a boyfriend when I was never able to find someone. I sincerely apologize, so please, as a friend, help me out. Nope. Please don't leave me like this. Bye-bye. I'm a bit tired from having a blast at my wedding yesterday, so I'll be blocking you and going to bed. Right next to the man of my dreams. Good luck paying those bills and without going bankrupt. If not, I'm sure the cops won't be happy. Later on, I heard that Sherry rushed over to a nearby ATM and loaned a few $1,000s and paid for the fees. Apparently, she tried to convince the Chinese lookalike to pay half of the bill. But Alex called him right as she was trying to convince him, explaining the whole plot behind her approaching him and coming onto this trip with him. After all that, all the exchange student would say was, "How dare you drag me onto your filthy plan?" from what I could hear over the phone. The enraged Chinese guy went home after that and blocked Sherry on everything as well. After a short while, this whole incident was known by every single person in our whole high school reunion, and no one dares to try contact crazy Sherry. Apparently, she would go around treating other people in a crappy way too, like bringing used women's clothes as a gift for a friend's baby shower, or talking horribly about the friend's husband behind her back. Now, she truly has nothing, and no one.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Gordon, will you not be able to make it to today's meeting? Did you have to go into work or something today?
Nope, I've been around the house all morning. I've been eating a pizza and watching some movies.
What? You've been at home this whole time? Well, then you need to hurry up and come to the clinic right now. I told you already to bring me some change of clothes for today, right?
I'm the one that gets to choose what I do on my day off, right? During the week, I have to work hard every single day, so it'd be nice to actually have my weekends off.
Then when you get time, could you please bring me a change of clothes? I don't have any clean clothing left, so if you don't come today at some point, I won't have anything clean to wear.
You think I care? I'm not going to that hospital for you. If you want some new clothes to change into, then how about you go to the nearest store and get some?
Wait a second, Gordon? What's happened to you? Why are you getting all upset with me like that? Did something bad happen at work over the week?
This is not about my work, it's about you, Nicole. Tired of having to cater to you all the time. It's why I'm really sorry to say this, but you and I are getting divorced.
Divorced? What is all this about, Gordon?
It's been 3 months now since you got into that accident, right? I can't deal with this kind of a life any longer. The moment I get out of work and come back to the house, there are still all the dishes from breakfast on the kitchen counter. There's no dinner made for me either, and the house looks like a mess. How much longer are you going to stay in that hospital slacking off from all your chores at home?
What do you mean slacking off? I've still been going through therapy for what happened to me after that accident, and the doctors have said that the healing process will take time.
Well, what about you walking again? Last week when I came into the hospital, I was talking with the doctor about you. I asked him how much longer will it take for my wife to walk again so that she can come home and take care of me.
You asked the doctor something like that?
And then the doctor gave me his answer. He told me it would be very difficult for you to get your full mobility back. He then went on to say that a lot of therapy would still be needed, and that both you and I needed to be prepared for that. He then finished the conversation by saying that the best choice would be for me to start doing some of the chores, so that you could have time to focus on healing. What the hell does he think he's saying?
I have been talking with the doctor about my legs as well. He told me there would be a lot of rehabilitation before I'm finally mobile again, but that doesn't mean I won't be able to get around. He said that as long as I'm putting in a lot of effort, I'll be able to start standing on my own again and getting around slowly. And that over time, as long as I keep up with my therapy, I'll be back to how I walked before the accident.
You can work as hard as you want then, but I'm done with all this. I do not have the time to take care of some crippled woman.
Gordon.
You know dang well that I'm a very busy man with a lot of things going on every day. I have work 5 days a week, and that doesn't include the overtime I'm always having to put in to get my tasks done. And I'm always the one that has to go into work on my weekends if something needs to be handled. So I need all the time at home that I can get for myself, so that I'm ready for the next work week. Yet you went and got into that accident, which has now gone and taken all my time away because I have to care for you. Every time I have a day off, it's all about you, needing me to come see you, and me needing to bring you new clothes. I don't want to do any of that for you anymore.
I think you need to calm down a little there, Gordon. I'm really sorry that this accident has caused you to take on a lot of responsibilities. But your wife, of all people, was in that accident and has to be in the hospital for a little while, so you as a husband need to bear with it and support me. Also, the reason I'm in this condition has to do in part with you, Gordon.
Huh? I never had anything to do with you ending up that way, Nicole. You're the one that fell behind me during all of that and got hit.
What?
You really want to start blaming me for what happened to your legs? Wow. How come I was totally fine when that driver started to come at us at the crosswalk? Oh, I know, because I'm actually very fit and was able to move out the way. That maybe if you were actually paying any attention, you could have dodged out the way with me instead of being hit.
You have no right saying that about what happened. You were the one that grabbed my back and pushed me down to get ahead of me. If it wasn't for you throwing me to the ground, we both could have gotten out of that car's way. And then after I was hit by that car, you just stood there doing nothing besides yelling at me to get up. You didn't even bother trying to call the ambulance when all of that happened, Gordon.
Oh, shut the hell up. Anyway, you and I are done with. Divorce. Divorce, divorce, divorce. I'm not gonna care for some crippled woman anymore when it's her own doings that got her there.
Are you serious? You have no regrets or anything for what you just said? Do you not even care that I'm the wife you've been married to for 7 years now and have done so much for you? You're really just going to abandon me now after I ended up getting hurt in an accident you were a part of?
Hey, you want to start getting all upset about it, then be upset at yourself for moving like a dead fish. How dare you even think getting hurt bad enough by that car that you had to be put in a wheelchair when you have more important things to do than sit around? Maybe if you were like me and actually worked out for once, that car wouldn't have busted you up so badly.
Huh?
Next time I come to that hospital, I'll be bringing along the divorce papers. Your right hand still seems to work, so make sure you sign all of them for me. Sorry about today, Nicole. I asked you to come into the office like that for me with no warning at all, but you really did help me out a lot. Thank you so much for all that advice as well.
You don't have to worry about a thing, Ryan. I'm just happy I could be of some help for you. Also, all I really had to do was come into the office and ride around in that wheelchair for a bit, right? Takes me back to the days when I really needed one, you know?
But the fact that you have experience in them has really helped me a ton. The advice you've given me is very real, and will be taken into consideration, of course. Ever since one of my employees had that accident and needs to be in a wheelchair for a bit, I've wondered what all could be done to help make this office a more accessible place for him. So, because of you coming in today to help us out, we will be able to make some changes and get this office building to become even more open and accessible for all.
Just make sure that the first place you work on is that front incline leading up to the door and lobby. It was too steep for even me to muscle up, so that needs to be made longer and shallower. Although the other thing you can do while that construction is going on is having your employee work remotely while they recover.
That's a very good point. But the CEO has made it pretty clear that he doesn't want anyone working remotely. I've been talking with him to try and get some systems implemented to make remote work viable, but that won't be happening overnight.
Oh, is that right?
That's why the only other thing we can do is have our employees take time off until they're a lot better and can walk again. They keep going on about how much they want to come into work and get some things done. They were just made a lead member of our projects team after all. So, no matter how hard I try to get them to stay home, they keep on asking about coming in.
I suppose that must be very tough on you.
Well, so in order to allow them to make it back in, I'm going to work on making this whole office building more accessible. By using this situation as an opportunity to make the company all-inclusive, things will be a lot better for the future. And if we can get all the systems implemented that we need for remote work, everyone will benefit.
I think the same thing. It'll all take a lot of work, but I know you can do it.
Thank you. Having you put some faith into me like that really does get me pumped up. Now I'm going to be getting back to work here. Thank you again for coming in today. You're still in that wheelchair? Weren't you going on about how much effort you put into rehabilitating yourself? Well, look where all that effort has gotten you.
What? Is this your number, Gordon? If this is you, then tell me what you want with me.
Hey, come on, Nicole. I can't believe that after 5 years, I'd see you again. And honestly, I didn't even think you'd answer me after I sent you a message to see if you even remembered me. And you responded to me immediately, huh? Don't tell me these past 5 years has been you just waiting and hoping that I'd talk to you again someday.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure that's the case, ain't it? Even after being hit by that car, you're still in love with me and want me back. You might have gotten divorced from me, but that didn't stop those hopes you had of us getting back together someday.
You're only just getting back in touch with me, so please refrain from talking about me still loving you or anything else that off-putting. I don't want to get back with you ever again, and I didn't even know who this was, and that's why I responded the moment I saw the text come in. So please don't take that the wrong way.
Hey. Well, I don't like you trying to hide the obvious from me, alright? I'm finally getting back in touch with you after 5 years, so please, be honest and open with me.
I really wasn't asking for you to ever talk to me again. Now, tell me, what do you want? Also, where did you end up seeing me today when I was in a wheelchair?
In the office today. In the office. I cannot believe that the company I transferred to would end up having you in the office. Well, when I saw you out the corner of my eye, I was surprised.
At the office? Wait, are you talking about green paper?
Oh, that's the place. To tell you the truth, after I divorced you, I ended up changing jobs and have been succeeding at life ever since. That's why I'm working for such a large company as Green Paper.
Is that right?
Before I came all the way here, I was working for one of their smaller offices, out in the countryside. However, after a little while of showing amazing results to all my higher-ups, they had me moved to the headquarters. So today was the day I came in to check the place out and see where my cubicle was. Then, that's when I saw the one person I never expected, my ex-wife. And to make things even more crazy at the time, you were still in that wheelchair. God, I laughed my ass off so hard in the break room.
I can't believe that today, of all days, you saw me. And hearing that you'll be working in the headquarters now? I guess there are some bad coincidences in life as well.
And was I surprised to see a cripple like you working for a large company now? Who thought this company would be alright hiring a divorced and crippled housewife who is no use to anyone?
Excuse me?
Ah, that's right. They probably hired you because you're in a wheelchair, right? All these large companies are doing things like that now, aren't they? Hiring cripples and the mentally unstable to work for them, so people think they're inclusive, right? They wanted to tell all the other useless divorced women that they understand them, and that's why they let you work here. How nice. And with that, you found yourself an easy position inside this Fortune 500 company. You should be thankful now that I let you get hit by that car, right?
What the hell?
Well, even though you have a nice job now that was given to you out of pity, I'm sure things are still very lonely for you, right? Luckily, I'm going to be working with you some, so let's you and I become close again as co-workers, alright?
No thanks. I don't want anything to do with you ever again, Gordon.
Hey, you. Are you sure you want to be talking to me in such a disrespectful way now? There is not another man in this world who cares about a crippled woman beside me.
Well, then let me tell you the truth. I happen to have a man in my life that loves me with every inch of his heart. I don't need you to worry about me for my life to be better than it was before.
Nice try. But don't start talking to me like you don't have a brain now, after you already lost the ability to walk around. Or could it really be true that you cripples are so lonely that you start to hallucinate having partners? Now this must mean you've really gone off the deep end.
Huh?
Well, I'll play nice with you. Take you out to dinner or something, since both you and I were given the chance of meeting one another again. I'll let the useless, crippled, and divorced housewife have one more chance at feeling loved. Yeah, but when you come out to dinner with me, make sure you're not using that wheelchair. I don't want to be embarrassed by having to be seen out in public with a cripple. It's been 5 years now, so you should at least have the strength to walk during a dinner date, right?
You'd better cut that crap out right now. Not only have you not been listening to a word I've been saying, but you keep on talking like you own me or something.
Huh. Why are you getting all upset with me now like that? Ah, perhaps it's because you still can't walk at all. You want to come out to dinner with me so badly. But since you can't walk, the only thing you can do is freak out like an animal, right?
Gordon?
It's been 5 years since you got ran over, and you still can't walk even a little. Well, I guess that means your life's over as a woman. You might as well put yourself out of your misery. Don't come into the headquarters ever again, Gordon. What? Are you able to read English? Or are you that mentally impaired that you need a caretaker around to help you out still? I just told you that this office no longer needs someone like you in it, so don't come back. Oh, so what it looks like here on my computer is that you were Gordon Gale, coming in from the office out in Mount Pleasant. And this month, and going into next month, you're supposed to be starting a new position here within the HQ. Well, I'm going to ask that you please stay home from now on, as we start to investigate you here within the company. Within a few days, HR will update you on what's to happen next with you. You can move on from there. What's all this about now? This isn't Nicole, is it? What the hell do you think you're doing showing up out of nowhere, talking a bunch of nonsense? Who the hell are you? I'm Nicole's husband, and I'm currently the COO of Green Papers, the company you've been working for. Huh? Yo, you're that one's husband? And the COO? Calling my wife that one is a little bit rude. Are you really someone this company thought was worth our time? Something tells me by the way you act that you shouldn't have even been allowed to transfer over to the HQ to work with anyone inside it. Wait. This is all so crazy, man. Stop it with all these stupid freaking jokes, will ya? Now tell me who the hell you really are. I have not been joking about anything, Gordon. Now tell me, what part has been crazy to you thus far? Also, I just explained to you who I am. Green Papers COO. But after what was just going on, how could that be? There's no way she'd be married again. And the man she married is the COO of this company? Nah, man, that's all a load of bullcrap. And that's fine. You go ahead and believe whatever you'd like, but what I've said is all true. I would ask what I can do to make you believe, but you might need to call your caretaker first, right? Stop it with all the messing around, asshole. Can you not see that Nicole got ran over by a car? It's completely useless now. She's nothing more than a cripple. It'll never mean anything to anyone anymore. How the hell did she find someone to marry her? I'm not sure where you got the idea that Nicole is still in a wheelchair, or anything, but as far as everyone else can tell, she's walking around just fine. She did have to take some time to go to physical therapy and all after the accident, but there's nothing wrong with her now. If anything, from my point of view, the only person with anything wrong with them still is you. What? Nicole, she can walk? Yeah, and the way she walks is so beautiful to me. Standing next to her only makes me look better due to how powerfully she stands out. No way. That can't be. But because, yeah, she was in a wheelchair today. I saw her in the office. She was still rolling around in that thing like the cripple she is. Well, you just so happened to catch a glimpse of her at a bad time. Also, let's stop calling my wife a cripple, please. Not only is that word hurtful to her, but it's also very hurtful to those who are still dealing with physical disabilities and the like. Who do you think you are, to be calling someone else that when you're the one who needs to be placed in an institution? What? This company has a lot of people working in it, and within all those people are some struggling with disabilities of some sort. There are people who are paralyzed in certain ways, or perhaps have compromised immune systems or struggle with their mental health. There are people who have kids with such things, and those who are taking care of family with such things. Even people who are in wheelchairs or crutches due to injuries. We have all kinds of people working here, yet they all do their part and we thank them dearly for it. We don't care who they are, as long as they are getting the work they can get done. We're all happy. Yet for some reason there seems to be a virus among us, someone who was somehow hired to work for this company, yet does not care about inclusion like the rest of us. They seem to think they're better than everyone else, and can call those who they view as disabled or hurt cripples. What the hell is going on with you, Gordon? Hold on a sec. I'm just being real, okay? People who are crippled have to have others around them in order to be of any use, right? They all think that they can just live life like the rest of us, while causing all sorts of problems for us healthy people. So what you're telling me is that deep down, you feel that those with disabilities and health issues are causing problems for those who are healthy. Well, if that's the case, then the biggest cripple we have in this company is you, Gordon. Just hearing from you that you think of others in such a selfish and ignorant way is troubling to me. Huh? Alright. We figured this one out. You're going to be terminated. There's no way we can have a cripple such as yourself working in this company, as you'd disturb too many healthy people here. We'll make sure to do everything we can here to refrain from hiring those like you, and we'll start by letting you go. What the hell do you think you're doing? Talking like you have any power in the company. Don't think you can just fire me that easy. You should know better than me that you need to have the higher-ups agree with such a thing before they let me go. We'll see about that one. Now please stay home for the rest of the week and wait for HR to contact you. Yo, Nicole, is your husband really the COO of Green Papers or something? I was just called by the HR department and they just told me I'm being fired. I'm being fired from multiple companies within the company.
That's what I expected from the man I love. He's so fast when it comes to work, and that's why I love him. Today I'm going to have to make up his favorite burgers for him to cook on the grill later tonight.
Would you stop screwing around already? It's because of your husband that this is happening to me. Because of him, your ex-husband is losing his frickin' job. How is any of this okay with you?
Huh? It's your own fault that you've been fired by the company, Gordon.
But, by the way, I never even heard about you getting remarried or anything like that. And to this COO, such a large company, why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
Why would I ever tell my ex, who abandoned me after that accident, anything about my life now?
That's right. But it wasn't after the accident, but after the use of your legs didn't come back. And what was that about you riding in the wheelchair in the office? I saw that with my own eyes. Yet I'm being told now that your legs actually healed up fully.
They really did, though. All of that rehab was really tough on me and made me want to give up so many times, but I powered through it. And because of all that, I no longer have to live a life where I struggle with getting around every day.
But then, why were you in a wheelchair that day?
I was asked to do so by my husband. He needed my help getting some advice on how accessible the office was for people in wheelchairs. So I came to the office with my wheelchair and rode around in it for a little bit to get an idea of how things were. Then I went and told my husband about all the goods and all the bads about the building's accessibility.
Is that right?
But you happened to see that for a second and took that as my reality before you began to harass me later that day. All of that fun you had sure was worth being fired over, right? What a frickin' dumbass you are. I was going to stay with you after that accident and try to support you as you recovered from it. But it seems that would have been no use, as even today, 5 years after the accident, your brain trauma is still causing you issues.
Huh?
Now I'm going to get out of here. I have a lot to take care of in this massive house, so it's time to get back to work. I've got to go and clean the front porch and then get dinner going. So, goodbye.
Please, Nicole, don't abandon me, please. You should be able to understand where I'm coming from emotionally right now, correct?
Oh, damn. I thought that goodbye text last week was enough to tell you not to talk to me anymore. Guess this is what my husband meant by you needing your caretaker around you at all times. So what is it now?
Oh, thank God. I knew you'd still respond to me, even now. You really must still have feelings for me, right?
Huh?
I have some very good news for you. I just got into an accident, and I'm getting admitted to the hospital right now. Do you think you can come and see me? Right now? I would like you to stop by my place and grab both my wallet and some clothing for me.
Oh, hold on. You got into an accident?
I did. I've been in a bad trance after hearing about how you remarried and because I just lost my job. And, well, as I was daydreaming, I walked out into the intersection on a red light and then I got messed up so badly that I needed to be taken to the ER. For the time being, they're saying I'll need to stay in a wheelchair.
Really?
But you, being the kind and considerate woman you are, wouldn't leave me to rot here, right? Go ahead and just leave that stupid husband of yours and come back to me, please.
Now why would I ever do such a brainless thing? Just do your best with all those painful surgeries you'll have to go through and hope they fix things like they did with me.
How am I supposed to get through all this on my own, though? The doctor is already telling me things aren't looking good at all for my legs, and that even surgery would be a waste of time. I'm being told that after everything is done here at the hospital, I'll need years and years of therapy to even try and get sensation into my legs again.
Well, don't worry about all that. You said it yourself that it only takes 5 years to get enough sensation back into your legs to go out to eat again, right? If it was that easy for you to say such a thing about me, then it must be child's play for you. You'll probably be back on your feet in a year or two, considering you went to the gym all the time, right?
There's no way that'll happen. I can't feel anything. My legs weren't the only thing that got screwed up. My back is all torn apart and so are some of my organs. And worst of all, I'm so lonely and scared right now. Because of this accident, things are already getting so lonely that I want to cry and cry and cry. Are you really going to just leave me like this?
Of course I am. Who wouldn't want to leave some problem-causing cripple like you behind after all? So now that you're aware of how I feel, good luck with all that pain and suffering you'll be exposed to. I hope that someday you'll get your legs back, because if not, you might just be better offing yourself or something. I like to think that those last couple of words from me really got to Gordon mentally, as I never heard another thing from him since. And as for my husband, he was able to really get his company to become more accessible for everyone, and is continuing to try and make things even better. He's even gone and gotten all of the systems implemented that'll allow for people to work remotely if need be, which was a huge accomplishment for him. And because of all his hard work so far, the company has had multiple articles written about the accessibility it's working towards. And this has led to him being accepted as the next CEO after the current one retires. As for what's been going on with my ex recently, he's still been in the hospital recovering from his injuries. However, the doctor's there in talks about having him transferred out of the hospital to a different one because he keeps causing problems for everyone who tries to help him. Also, there happens to be something else I heard about just the other day, and that's that Gordon had another woman. But due to his recent accident and the fact he started to go all crazy from it, she no longer wanted to stay with him. I'm sure there'll be more to come with his story in the future, but not much of it would be good news to anyone's ears.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Alright, Mom, you're going to put a stop to this right now. What do you think you're doing, spreading such awful rumors about me? You're lying to the whole neighborhood about your own daughter. I can't even begin to tell you how much you've humiliated me. Whatever could you be talking about, Melina? I haven't lied about you to anyone. That's an awful accusation to throw at your mother. What lies are you referring to? You're telling everyone you know that my fiancé is a high school dropout, homeless, and collecting welfare. I just ran into Aunt Shirley downtown, and the first thing she did was ask me if I'm sure I want to marry a man like that. She spent a full 5 minutes trying to convince me to break up with him thanks to you. Oh, so that's what this is about. What's wrong with telling people the plain and simple truth about your fiancé? After all, the only kind of man dumb enough to marry a high school dropout like you must be equally as stupid as you are. Excuse me? Did you just call me stupid? And I couldn't help but notice that was also a cruel dig at my fiancé, too. Again, was anything I just said wrong? You did drop out of high school, and you know what they say. Like attracts like. It's only natural to assume your fiancé must be equally as uneducated, reckless, and stupid as you are. What gives you the right to talk about my fiancé like that? You've never even met him. I'll have you know he is a kind, intelligent, hardworking, wonderful man. Not only did he not drop out of high school, he actually went to college, and he got an advanced degree. Are you serious? Your fiancé went to college? Why do you think I've been begging you to meet with him and talk to him personally? You don't know anything about him. But whenever I invite you over for dinner, you're always busy with one thing or another. If you're going to talk to people about him, then common courtesy dictates you should at least speak to him first. I would never even dream of doing such a thing. Why would I go out of my way to meet with your fiancé? I don't feel like associating myself with the dregs of society. Don't forget that I've been against you getting married from the very beginning. Tying the knot before your younger sister, Luna, it's absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous, madness even. So no, I won't be meeting with any fiancé of yours when I don't even consent to the marriage in the first place. I don't get it, Mom. It doesn't make a bit of sense. Why are you so opposed to me getting married? I mean, the simple fact that I'm several years older than Luna makes it far more likely that I get married first, statistically speaking. Don't play dumb with me. This has nothing to do with age, and you know it. The problem is that you're a high school dropout. Your sister Luna, however, went to a prestigious university and graduated with honors. You're inferior to her in every way imaginable. How could I ever allow you to get married before her? I am at a loss for words. I genuinely don't know what to say in response to that. Ever since she was a small child, I always knew that Luna would grow up to be beautiful and intelligent. I'm so proud to be her mother. You, on the other hand, are an ugly high school dropout. I'm ashamed to even be associated with you. And yet you still felt like you had the right to get married before your sister. You don't deserve happiness, Melina. You don't deserve love. Luna deserves everything. Are you joking right now? You've got some nerve to say that to me. It's not like I wanted to drop out of high school. I had no choice. And you were the one who left me with no other choice, Mom. After Dad passed away when I was a freshman in high school, we did hit some hard financial times. But then you decided that we could only afford to have one of our family members going to school. You made me drop out of high school so I could work to support the family. What was I supposed to do? Someone had to support the family. Your father died before his career took off. He left us with absolutely nothing. If that's really the case, then we should have at least talked everything over as a family before deciding how to move forward. But you wouldn't listen to a word I said. You made the decision completely arbitrarily and without talking to either of us. Do you remember what you said to me then? You said that a college degree would be wasted on an ugly girl like me. So you made me drop out of high school to pay for Luna's college education. With limited financial resources, I had no choice but to spend efficiently. With beauty and brains, Luna's sure to find a husband with no trouble at all. A man with class, style, talent, and of course, tons and tons of money. Once Luna marries that wealthy man, then he'll be able to support Luna and me. And I won't have any issues with maintaining a decent lifestyle into my elderly years. I had everything planned out intricately, and it all hinged on Luna going to college instead of you. I see. So you weren't thinking about me or Luna. You were only ever thinking about yourself. You say you're ashamed to be associated with me? Well, that makes two of us. I'm ashamed to call you my mother. Well, to think I worked so hard to raise you all by myself, only for you to speak in such a disrespectful way to me. I hope you're not planning on receiving any sort of wedding gift from me. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't plan on me coming to your wedding at all. You can cut the act, Mom. We both know you were never going to give us anything to begin with. Even if you're telling the truth and really are marrying a college graduate, it still wouldn't be worth my time to attend the wedding. Nothing changes the fact that he decided to marry an ugly high school dropout. He must be hideously ugly. He's probably overweight, too. Oh, and unemployed to boot. That's the only sort of man who would choose you to spend their life with. Hey, Ken, got a minute? I need to talk to you about the wedding. Long story short, we're not gonna need to prepare a seat for my mom at the venue.
Oh boy. I guess that means she turned you down then?
I'm sorry, I've told you about this before, but my family is, well, kind of dysfunctional. I was planning to ask that she please come when I talked to her yesterday, but we just ended up having another fight. And toward the end, she said in no uncertain terms that she had no intentions of coming to our wedding. To be really honest, though, I don't really want her to come either.
Man, I guess it is what it is. I mean, I definitely would love for her to come to such an important event, but... Well, what can you do? I know you have a messy history with your mom, and if it's just gonna cause problems, then we don't need to invite her. It's our wedding, isn't it? The most important thing is that we can make it a positive environment to celebrate with our near and dear ones.
Thank you for being so understanding, Ken.
Oh, but what about your sister? Is she coming? Your issues are just between you and your mom, right?
Oh yeah, me and my sister get along just fine. We used to hang out together all the time whenever Mom wasn't around. Honestly, it seems like life for her isn't all rainbows and unicorns either. Getting love-bombed by my mom on a daily basis is just as troublesome as getting hate-bombed. I'm pretty concerned for her the way things are. When I announced that you proposed, Mom's face turned pale as a ghost, but Luna lit up with excitement. She was so happy for me.
That's great to hear. So does that mean we can plan on her coming?
Well, I haven't told her any details about the wedding yet, just the fact that we're engaged. I've been meaning to talk to her about that sometime in the near future.
Okay. From what you're telling me, it seems like it might be for the best to wait a bit before telling her, though. The most important thing is that we can make it a positive environment to celebrate with our near and dear ones. That's a really busy time of the year for students at that college.
I guess you're right. We can put it off for a bit longer. Thanks for the advice, Ken. I love you. Talk to you later. Mom, what in the world are you doing? You said you weren't coming. We never even sent you an invitation. But now you just show up out of nowhere and barge your way in? And that's all besides the point. Why are you dressed like that? I felt responsibility as your mother to ensure that this wedding is a total disaster. What do you think of my outfit, dear? It took me forever to put it all on, not to mention finding somewhere they sell scythes. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get your hands on a real scythe these days? You have gone completely insane. And you mean to tell me you went out of your way to come to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper just to ruin my wedding? What is wrong with you? I told you, Melina, there was no way I was ever going to allow this wedding to go forward. You have no business getting married before Luna. At first I thought it would be enough to refuse to come, but the more I thought about it, I realized that simply my opposition wouldn't be enough to get you to cancel this monstrosity of a wedding. I knew that I had to forever bury your hopes and dreams of getting married. That's why I decided to come dressed as the Grim Reaper. I don't believe this. How could you be so opposed to me getting married, Mom? I'm your daughter. Don't you want to see your daughter find happiness? I would love nothing more than for my superior daughter to find happiness. You, however, are an inferior product. I could never allow a failure such as yourself to be happy. The thought of such an ugly, uneducated person walking down the aisle in a beautiful white dress, grinning from ear to ear, it just makes me sick. Why should you be so happy when the more deserving people are miserable? Have you no shame? That's my line. Are you listening to yourself? You should live a life more fitting of someone of your stature, poor, cold, and alone. And yet you have the gall to throw such an elaborate wedding? Luna should be getting married today, not you. You don't deserve any of this, and as God is my witness, I will do everything in my power to take it all away from you. I can't do this anymore. You've always preferred Luna over me ever since we were kids. You never cared about me. You never loved me at all. If that's how you feel about me, why can't you just leave me alone? It's no business of yours who I marry, when I marry them, and what kind of wedding I have. Stay out of my life. It's not that I don't care. If I didn't care, then you wouldn't make me so furious as you do. You're the spitting image of your father, that useless excuse for a man. How could he go and leave me alone like this? He forced me to take on the entire burden of supporting this family by myself. And every time I look at you, I'm reminded of him and what he did to me. Mom, that's why it pains me so much to see you happy. That's why I have to stop this wedding. Getting married is the happiest moment in anyone's life. I remember how I felt on my wedding day. Do you see now? Do you understand why I must do what I'm doing now? So, that's why you're doing this? That's why you've been so awful to me all these years? I always thought you were just playing favorites because Luna's prettier than I am. I'm not deluded about my looks. I'm well aware that most people would say that Luna is the prettier sister. I freely admit that she's prettier than I am. But that wasn't it, was it? It was really all because I looked like Dad. Mom, I understand you've gone through some hard times. But that's no reason for you to use me as some kind of punching bag. I don't exist for you to vent your frustrations out on. I'm a human being. I'm your daughter. You're right about one thing. You are indeed my daughter. And as my daughter, you are what I say you are. And I say you're my punching bag. You're the worst, Mom. You treated me like trash to try and make yourself feel better. And today you came to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper with a real scythe and everything just to try and ruin my chance at happiness. You're such a child, Mom. Why did Dad have to be the one to die? Shut your mouth, little girl. You can't talk to me like that. You're nothing but an ugly high school dropout. You're a disgrace to both me and your sister. Ruining this day for you has been the most fulfilling thing I've done in years. I hate to interrupt your self-satisfaction, but aren't you forgetting something important? What? You never asked me who my fiancé was. I told Luna about him, and she's met him in person before. So I figured she would have said something to you about him. But from the sounds of things, you really don't know anything, huh? Come to think of it, I'll bet she intentionally left you in the dark. What's going on with you, Melina? You think your husband's identity would mean anything to me? I don't care one bit about who you're marrying. You claim he went to college, but I bet it was just some community college. No man worthy of my attention would ever marry an ugly high school dropout for a wife.
Well, while I did start out taking classes at a community college, my educational path didn't stop there. I went on to receive a master's degree, and I'm currently a tenure-track professor. But those qualifications aren't enough for you, Mother? My goodness, you have high standards.
What? Who is this?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Ken, and today it is my distinguished honor to receive your daughter's hand in holy matrimony. As I just mentioned, I'm currently teaching at a nearby university. I think you may have heard of it, considering it's the university that your other daughter, Luna, is attending.
You're a college professor, and at Luna's school, but that's the most prestigious university in the state.
Well, in all fairness, I was only hired this school year, so I'm new on campus. However, in that short time, I just so happened to have met Luna multiple times. Twice a week, to be precise, she's enrolled in one of my classes. She always sits in the front row and is very attentive. Most of my students are constantly fiddling with their phones during class, but not her.
This can't be happening. You're a college professor and Luna is one of your students? But, if you really have the qualifications that you say you do, then why would you even consider marrying Melina? I shouldn't have to tell you that she's ugly, but are you aware she's a high school dropout? Someone of your caliber shouldn't be wasting your time with an imbecile like her.
Yes, I'm aware of Melina's educational history. I disagree wholeheartedly on your assessment of her appearance and intelligence, however. Frankly, educational attainment is a horrible measure of a person's cognitive capacity. I can't begin to tell you how ungifted some of the people I have to deal with at the university are.
What?
Melina, however, is incredibly gifted, particularly in foreign languages. Did you know she's fluent in Spanish, French, and Mandarin? She makes great use of those skills in her work, too. Honestly, she's one of the most intelligent, hardworking people I've ever known.
But I don't remember her ever studying foreign languages. How could she speak all those languages without even finishing high school?
It seems you're not aware of much of anything at all that Melina has done with her life. She's the international liaison officer for a major trading company. It's her responsibility to translate during international meetings between the company's branches in Los Angeles, Madrid, Paris, and Beijing. Ordinarily, a company would have to hire at least one person per language, but she handles it all by herself.
I had no idea.
It's precisely those language skills that brought us together. You see, there was recently a major development in my field at a university in France. Unfortunately, however, I don't speak French. That's where Melina came in. It wasn't even in a field that she was an expert in, but she translated the entire paper in an afternoon. The way she was so willing and eager to take on a new challenge was completely enrapturing. I fell in love at first sight.
With her?
I invited her out on a date after that. Eventually, we became officially a couple, and just a few months ago, I asked her to be my wife. I've been looking forward to our wedding for so long, and Melina was doubly as excited. And yet, you, Melina's own mother, came out here today on a mission to crush her happiness. Ma'am, I'm not quick to be incensed. I like to think I'm one of the more level-headed people I know, but even I am struggling to rein in my anger right now.
Listen, Professor, I would like to apologize for everything I've said. Oh my goodness, I had no idea a person such as yourself would be interested in someone like Melina. And not only that, you're Luna's professor as well. I'm so ashamed. I'm going to go change into proper attire now. I'll be back in a moment.
Waste your time. We never prepared a place for you today anyway. Leave immediately. You are not welcome here.
What?
Let me make myself crystal clear. If you do not leave the premises within 3 minutes, I will call the police. Also, you should know that our university has a world-class law school. I know many of the world's best lawyers on a first-name basis. I will force you to take responsibility for what you've done here today. That I can promise you.
I'm leaving right now. I'm very sorry for everything. Melina, you owe me an explanation. Why didn't you ever tell me about Ken? I had no idea he was a college professor. I just humiliated myself thanks to you. Thanks to me? Nah, you did a good enough job of humiliating yourself without any help from me at all. And please, I tried to tell you about Ken so many times. I've been trying to get you to come and meet him for the last several months. But you refused to meet him, and you ignored or denied everything I told you about him. Hush, you! You could have tried much harder to introduce him to me. Oh, for the love of... I'll have to go and apologize to Ken immediately. I still can't believe he was Luna's professor. Maybe if I butter him up enough, he might give up his silly pursuit of you and marry Luna instead. I don't believe you. You're still just thinking about using Luna's life as your retirement plan. Nonsense! I'm doing this for Luna. The fact that I'll benefit is merely a pleasant side effect. A man like him deserves a woman like Luna on his arm. I need to call Luna, too, so we can schedule a strategy planning session. She's going to be so happy when she hears I've found a husband for her. No, I don't think she's going to be so eager to take you up on that. She's already married. What? Luna is married? As expected, you are completely oblivious. You've showered her with affection every day of her life, but you never asked her if she had a boyfriend? Melina, what are you talking about? What do you mean Luna's married? That can't be. It totally can, actually. She just got married a few weeks ago. No! Luna had a big midterm exam a while back, but she was absent that day. Ken was concerned about her since he'd never seen her miss a single class. That made me worried too, so I gave Luna a call and she spilled the beans to me. It turns out that she was pregnant and felt too sick to get out of bed that morning. Furthermore, she was considering dropping out of school completely to get married. She's pregnant? Oh no! Yeah, I was surprised at first too. Then I went over to see her and sure enough, she had grown a bit rounder in her face and waist. At that point, she was about 5 months pregnant. No, Luna! Oh, my darling, sweet Luna! She was my everything, my hopes and my dreams! And now, oh, my dreams have been crushed to pieces. She told me that she was sick and tired of everything. All the affection and attention you had heaped on her had become a massive amount of pressure. She did what you asked of her and got into that prestigious university, but she hated every single day of it. It was around that time when she met a nice guy, started dating him, and eventually got pregnant. This is the worst day of my life. Yeah, this is precisely the response she was afraid of. She was so afraid of what you'd say if she came out and told you the truth, so she hid her pregnancy from you. I was the first person other than her boyfriend that she had even told about being pregnant. Where is Luna right now? Tell me. Oh, she can't be pregnant as a college student. I won't allow it. I'll also have to go and examine this boyfriend of hers to see if he's up to snuff. If she met him at her university, then there's a good chance he's exactly the kind of man I'm looking for. If he's gotten my precious Luna pregnant, then he's going to have to take responsibility by paying for my living expenses. Yep, that's exactly what Luna thought you'd say, and that's exactly why she dropped out of college. She's already moved in with the baby's father. What? She dropped out? Looks like Luna finally had enough of you, Mom. She said that she was sick and tired of doing what you say. She'd been pushing herself to limit every single day of her life and couldn't handle it anymore. Now she just wants to enjoy a quiet, peaceful life with her husband and their baby. No. So you're telling me the truth then? She really dropped out of college? How could she do that without talking to me first? Do I really need to answer that question? She had enough of your advice, so she came to me for help instead. I told her what you should have told her years ago, that her life is her own and no one else's. For her part, Luna felt awful about going to college while I was forced to drop out of high school. But honestly, dropping out was the best decision I've ever made. It freed me up to learn about what's really important in life rather than what they shoved down your throat in school. When I told her that, it was all the encouragement she needed to walk straight to the administration office and drop out. This is terrible. So where is she now? Do you know? Nope, she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. She sent me an envelope with a card congratulating me on my wedding, but there was no return address on it. She can't do this to me. Oh, my sweet, precious Luna. She had everything. Looks, brains, style. I poured everything I had into her. What am I supposed to do now? I'm all alone. Yeah, your big retirement plan hinged on Luna marrying a rich guy after all. But since Luna's out of the picture now, you'll just have to figure something out for yourself. And with that, I am taking my leave from this conversation. Melina, wait. You weren't my first choice, but with Luna gone, well, beggars can't be choosers. Now you can be my favorite daughter. Are you serious? I'm sorry for being so cruel to you up until now. I just had no idea what a bright, intelligent, hardworking woman you were. How about we just forget about all our nasty pain and come together as a family again? I know. How about you and Ken take me out to dinner one of these nights? Not a chance. You're way, way too late to have this change of heart. But I'm sincere about this, Melina. I want to make it up to you. We've got a lot of lost time between us as mother and daughter, dear. It's not too late to repair our relationship. Yes, it is. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a mother. You're dead to me. Melina, don't say that, please. You have only yourself to blame for this. You've been the absolute worst mother in the world to me ever since Dad died. Come to think of it, I don't even remember you being kind to me while Dad was still alive. So no, it is most assuredly too late for you to start trying to be my mom again. I know things have been difficult between us, but time heals all wounds. Let's give it some time, okay? I'm begging you, Melina. Without you, I have nothing left. That's your problem, not mine. Maybe you should have thought twice before coming to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper. Oh, that was just a joke. I was trying to be funny. No one's laughing, Mom. Never contact me again. I won't even come to your funeral when you finally die. My mom tried to contact me a bunch of times after that, but I eventually got sick of it and blocked her number, so that was the end of that. I heard from my relatives and neighbors that she had gone around begging for any information on Luna's whereabouts. But they knew exactly what Mom had been doing to both me and her since our dad died, so none of them were willing to give up any of the little information they had. I don't blame them either. Mom always paraded her around like a new sports car or something. She only ever saw Luna as a designer purse, never as a daughter. Actually, I take that back. She also saw her as a walking, breathing retirement account. While I don't know where she's living, I still keep in touch with my sister. It's so nice to have Mom out of both of our lives now. She used to dominate every conversation, but now she's not even an afterthought. The baby's gonna be born soon, and both she and her husband are more excited than they have ever imagined they would be. I know just what a hardworking, intelligent, and positive girl Luna is, so I know she's gonna be a fantastic mother for that baby. I'm looking forward to having a similar sort of family life here with my husband Ken, too.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.